Welcome, everyone. It is Monday, May the 20th, 2013. This is the Francis Revels-Bey Show. And I'm the host, Chief Principal Teacher and Founder, Bishop Francis E. Revels-Bey. This is the Circle Grace One's weekly program, an internet, spiritual, and metaphysical radio internet program that you can listen to here at 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Well, today's program is about thoughts becoming things, even though the title is shortened to Thoughts Create. But it's how thoughts create things. Before we get into that, let me open up with my usual opening prayer, something that will enhance your spirit and enliven your soul. Through divine power and by divine grace, may you find what you're seeking, and may what you are seeking find you. May you embrace each other. See all of your thoughts and your feelings like grand old friends, and know that you have a part in this world. With you, you carry a certain value of divinity, which is infinite in itself, and that this divine spark that you carry, let it be founded and based on divine love, unconditional love that has no judgments whatsoever. And may you be prospered, may you be abundantly overflowing with all of your gifts and all of the love that you have for humanity, for the planet at large, for this galaxy. And may you walk without any consciousness of lack within you. So let that be a thought that you can walk with today, or maybe some part of it you walk with that today. And may you feel whole and know that you are well. And so it is for you. Amen. So today's program is Thoughts Create. And many of you may be fully aware of that you're creating all the time. Many of the Aboriginal medicine men and women for years, for centuries, have always passed certain teachings along. But one of the most important things they've passed along is that the dreams that you have, things that you long for, that you always dream about, daydream about, fantasize about, eventually become a thing. They take on weight, and they then materialize in your life. Now, often we use the words manifestation and materialization to represent the same thing. But they are different, yet they belong together. In the word manifestation is M-A-N, man, but the root of man is ma. And inside the world or word of materialization or material is the word mater. And mater has ma there as well. So both that ma, M-A, is a contraction for mom or mother. And mater is mother. Mater, as in matter, is the womb of mother, is the energy where everything goes and mixes and blends and then births something anew. We want to be aware that we are energy, a divine energy in motion all the time. We are a divine energy having a divine intelligence that can think far beyond any human mind. So we are these energy fields of divine intelligence that are creating and in the process of creation all the time. And there's energy behind everything, energy embedded in everything that we do. I was just speaking to my sister this morning, and we were talking about, and I was explaining to her as a remembrance too, that sometimes, we stay focused, and she knows this, she's learned this too, that everything you do has energy in it. Your thoughts have energy, your feelings have energy, your intentions have energy. The way you walk or when you're walking has energy. You're putting down a certain rhythm when you speak. There's rhythm when you breathe. There's rhythm with your heartbeat. Everything has a rhythm to it. And there are many layers of rhythmic energy going to and fro, expanding and contracting. So the words that we speak have energy embedded in them. And the words resonate with you or they don't resonate with you, meaning they can reach out and touch you and you feel and know the truth from what you hear and what you feel. So if you're feeling something, it's energy that you're feeling. And you can feel if that energy has a good, positive impact, it has carrying a good, positive energy or not, or there's something else behind it. And if we begin to pay attention to our thoughts being embedded with energy, we will begin to create something different in our lives. So we should begin to look at that. Thoughts create. Which means, if you think about something long enough, and meaning if you repetitively think about it, if, let's say as an example, you want, and I always use this analogy, you want a new pair of shoes. So how do you go out to find those new pair of shoes? Well, nowadays you can go on the internet. You can look up your favorite store if it has a website. You go on the internet, you see what are they offering, what are any sales. Or maybe you don't even care about the sales. You just want to go find the style that you want. Maybe it's a dress shoe. Maybe it's a casual shoe. Maybe it's an athletic shoe. Maybe it's a sleepwear attire shoe. But you're going to go find it. And you're going to hunt and you're going to see what's out there. Then you're going to physically go to that store if you can. So you can see it, and touch it, and put it on and sample it. Well, during that whole process, there was a process of thinking that came up before you got to the internet to look it up. The inclination of the first thought that you had, I want a new pair of shoes. Or I need some jogging shoes. Or I need some sandals. I really need some sandals. You know, you're being motivated by something, by the spirit of energy itself, that you know that you are in need of an item. And the more you place your awareness on that you need the item, the more you're going to, as I say, salivate about it. You know that you need it, so now you start looking for it. You start doing your research about it, and then eventually you go to the store of your choice. Now, some people walk in aimlessly without thinking about they're going to get a deal. Some people, that's the furthest thing from their mind. They just want to buy it. Other people will look for the best deal that's operating for them, and then hope they have it in their size. Other people will just look at the size, this color, and then hope later it's on sale. So there's so many different ways that we are using our thoughts to create things. Well, the first thing the thought is going to create is an opportunity. Why? Because your thoughts help to put things in motion from the energy behind it. And if there's enough energy behind it, mental energy behind it, it begins to move away from you out into your auric field, out into the surroundings, out into your environment, out into the universe of collective thoughts. And it's up to you to do your best to put that thought out so clear that it opens up a pathway to go directly to the source and not get sidetracked, bounced around by other influences. So you know at some point you're going to get that shoe. And you know you're going to get it for the right price, get it for the right color, it's going to fit, you're going to feel comfortable. And if you've done your homework enough, you may have gone around and checked in comparison. Maybe other stores carried that shoe for a different price. So you want to make sure you didn't overpay, right? So it's the same thing with your thoughts. You don't want to overpay with your thoughts, because your thoughts create. With you, there's the power of creativity that is within you. And what reels it in? Because I just put here thoughts create. But what reels it in is the magnetic side of you. Call your emotions. That's the side that reels it in. So if your emotions are high enough, you will draw, you will attract similar thoughts, similar things, similar experiences, similar feelings. And all of that collectively adds up. Now, once the thought, which is already there, is stabilized and it's clear in the ethers of your mental body, it takes on an image, then your emotions get connected to it. And as your emotions get connected to it, it begins to take on a weight to itself. Like when we expect it to rain. It gets hot enough and the water of the earth, the oceans go into the clouds and the moisture gathers and we get that precipitation and everything is forming and the cloud is getting heavier and then we get rain. We get it returned back. It's being recycled back to us. Your thoughts create things, creates an object, creates an opportunity. Creates an opportunity for people and places and energy forms of different forms can collect and come together. Hopefully all in one place, the same place. So your thoughts create, but it's your emotions, your feelings that reels it in. It reels in the strongest thought. But where did the thought and the feeling originate from? Everything is of spirit, the light. That which you can't even see before it becomes seen. The unseen is in motion all the time. And in the right conditions, the right setups, the right formulas, the right recipes. And when we think of the right recipes, let's think of them that are that which is for the highest good. Because all recipes work, but they work on different levels. They might be for the lowest good as well. So if it's about a building, you want those thoughts and those feelings to go in to the well of being where it will be positive. This is why it's always been said for thousands of years, watch what you hope for, watch what you think. Because what you think and what you hope for and what you wish for and what you feel, the strongest shall certainly be. Which means you can't say, I didn't know I created that. Because you feel the processes of creation in every moment. You can tell sometimes when you're out driving about that you're going to a place so that you could feel and know and comprehend. And yet you feel uneasy. You feel like something is off. So if your first impression was to go buy that shoe, but then when you got there, you don't feel like you're supposed to be buying that shoe. You're supposed to be doing something else. So if you follow that other feeling, and if that other feeling is stronger, then that other feeling came from another thought that you had. So this is to say, basically, that we got billions and trillions of thoughts running through us all the time. It's which one of those thoughts have the greatest feeling connected to it. And when the thoughts have the greatest feeling connected to it, those thoughts which are connected, enveloped by a feeling, begin to attract like-minded thoughts and like-minded feelings. And yet, you're witnessing this. You're the observer. So you still are what? You still are in position to change the course of the thoughts and the course of the feelings. And therefore change the outcome that's about to be created. So we have to be responsible for every thought we have, every inkling of a thought we have, and every inkling of a feeling that we have too. We have to become more conscious of the thoughts. To be more conscious is to be more aware. I taught a class one time that said, what do you remember and what are you aware of? Couples go through this all the time. Someone in the couple will say, "Well, hon, you never listen to me." And the other person says, I'm listening to you all the time. So well, what did I just say? And the person can't repeat it. Or they can't repeat some part of it. Or they can't repeat the gist of it. That means they weren't paying attention. Some part of them inside was already off. Shut the person out. And not because they wanted to shut that person out, but they've been shutting out a long time. Communication even happens between your thoughts and your feelings. There's a communication energy going on. Because as the thoughts are unfolding, as the thoughts are coming up, there's a reason for the thought to come up. But you don't have to know the reason. You just have to know that what does that thought turn into, and how does that thought, the energy of that thought feels to you. Because if the energy of the thought doesn't feel quite right, don't release it all the way. Don't execute the thought. Don't put it out where you start, just letting things come out just any old kind of way. So we have to remember that our thoughts create things. Our thoughts are always creating something. Which means your thought is leaving something open. Is making a way, a passageway, and maybe the way is already there. And you're just placing the thought in there. Thoughts originate, just like your feelings originate, just like your intentions originate. They originate from spirit, the deepest part of yourself that is so vast and infinite. You're the observer. And at the same time, you're the messenger. You're the observer and the messenger, and the creator, and the recipient, all at the same time. Because the thoughts, as things just don't stay out there disconnected to you, they are connected to you. There's always someone that knows how to trace your thoughts back to you, directly to you. And you get to see your thoughts get traced back to you, how you respond and react to the thought laid out, to the feeling laid out. You're responding to it all the time. You just may not be aware that you are. And so therefore, what are you aware of, and what do you remember? What do you remember? What kind of thought you had? What you were thinking? Do you remember what was going around you at the time, going on, like the history of something? They used to teach that in art classes all the time when I was in college. They talk about, what was going on during the time when there was an impressionist artist. What was the social genre like? What was the political genre like? Because what the artist was doing grew out of that on some level. Or maybe wasn't a part of that. Maybe the artwork was talking about that, was telling you something about it, expressing it. So here's the same thing. You see things going on around you that you are aware of and unaware of. There's things that you remember and things that you don't remember. And all the time, it's a feeling and it's a thought. Exercising together. Riding on the waves of energy. Current. What is current? Currency. Money is called currency. It's an energy form of energy. Your words, ideas, a form of energy. Your feelings, form of energy. Your body language, a form of energy. The way you walk, a form of energy. Everything is flowing in the land of creativity. So here's a reminder. Everything is brimming with energy, including your words. Watch what and how you say things. You can change your life by your very own thoughts and feelings. You can change your life by your very own thoughts and feelings. And notice, it didn't say by what someone else is doing. It's coming by your own first. And what you have to always remember is that you are a spiritual sentient being. And through you, the divine source shall express itself. So you are this divine I am presence, this divine being. You have all of this high energy of the divine source. But you have to know that thoughts become things. Or like I say, decree a thing and it shall be. So once you can make up your mind, once you know what's on the inside of you, once you understand that, what you're feeling, so that means you have to use discernment now. Discernment allows you to separate the wheat from the chaff. You got to get to those core thoughts and those core feelings. Because those core thoughts and those core feelings are the actual thoughts and the actual feelings that make creation happen in your life. So someone says, oh, I'm going to go out and get such and such a job. But way down inside, they don't feel like they want that job. Well, that's the one on the way down on the inside that's going to cause it not to happen. So, why I didn't get the job? I don't know why I didn't get the job. Because way down on the inside, you didn't want the job. You were praying for it not to work out. But up at the surface, with your ego, oh, I didn't get the job. I don't know why I didn't get the job. But way down in the subconscious, the seed was germinating and growing. I don't want this job. Nah, I don't want it. I don't feel it. I'm not feeling like I'm supposed to be there. I don't want the job. So we are responsible for our thoughts and our feelings, which are impregnated with the energy of creativity all the time. And the energy of creativity is tied to the spiritual, the divine nature of ourselves. Like I like to say, DNA, divine nature activated, divine nature in action. DNA, divine nature in action. You have this divine nature. Nature is the truth of you, the infinite truth of who you are. Truth shall never pass away. It's always the same. It may take on a different form, but underneath the core is always the same. Your thoughts create. You have the power to create with your own thoughts. Well, that's today's program. Before I sign off the air, though, I want to give many of you some background information. Those of you that are in the Albuquerque area, on the 31st of May, if you are available, come on out to Awaken to Wellness and have an evening with Brother Francis. That's myself. We're going to do a creative pathwork meditation. I guide everyone through a special meditation that I take the journey with you. Then I pull you out of the meditation, and everybody is present receives a spot reading of intuitive information or insight from my ancestors, like Mother Grace, Grandma Charlotte, or you get information for sure, spiritual information coming from the Angel of Grace and some of the Ascended Masters. That's going to be Friday, May 31st, at Awaken to Wellness, 1704 Moon Street, Northeast, just south of Indian School Road. That's on the east side of Albuquerque. Admission fee will be $10. You have to pay $10 to come in, admission fee. And you will walk away that night with a grace key of remembrance. I will have very special scrolls with colorful ribbons, and you'll be able to pick one that you are drawn to, and it gives you a grace key of remembrance for the rest of that night or week until we meet again. If you'd like more information, you can email me at IAM, the letter IAM dot circle of grace with the number 1 at the end at yahoo.com. Or you can email me also at Bishop Francis, BISHOPFRANCIS at circle of grace with the number 1 at the end .net. Or you could also use Gmail, IAM.circleofgrace1 at gmail.com. Or Skype me as Brother Francis Revels-Bey, or use my Skype number 973-685-5978. Now, if you'd like to receive or listen to a spiritual meditational decree 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 505-717-4722. Well, this is an opportunity to share this information with you. I have another update starting on June the 3rd and the first Monday of every month, starting June the 3rd, the first Monday of every month starting June the 3rd, I will be offering live video streams again, video streaming programs, and I'll be at ustream.tv. So if you go to Ustream, USTREAM.tv, you'll go to that website and just type in Circle of Grace with the number 1 at the end, Circle of Grace 1. You'll find me there, and I'll be broadcasting live beginning June the 3rd, which is Monday, and every first Monday of the month at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And then I come back again on the first Monday at 10 p.m. I'm only going to do this twice a month on the first Monday of each month starting June the 3rd. So I'll be on at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time and again at 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Now, I'm not going to make the programs always exactly the same. The afternoon and the night won't be exactly the same, but it'll be good, hearty information that you will be able to get and receive from Ustream.tv. So I've been waiting to bring this information back and for people to get it and to receive it, and now I'm ready to put it back out there again. That's Ustream.tv/channel, CHANNEL/circle-of-grace-1, the number 1. If you put it in like that, it'll take you right there. However, you can just simply email me and I'll send you the link. Email me at IAM, which is IAM, .circle of grace with the number 1 at the end at yahoo.com, IAM.circlegrace1 at gmail.com, or Bishop Francis, BISHOPFRANCIS at circlegrace1.net. Well, until next time, remember that divine grace is a blessing as we are alive and well in the age of remembrance. See you here next Monday at 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.